Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, your ears are working fine. We were muted. That happens
like to
sometimes.
practice.
Yeah, we have like a little run through. Anyway, welcome to Trail Talk. I'm Edie.
I'm Mary.
And we are here live in the classroom studio at the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center in Duncan, Oklahoma. And we have some cute, fun little Christmas things.
I know we're going to get Christmassy with it today.
It's December 1st. It's time for your, Yuletide to start crashing at your house.
Yeah.
So we have some fun little activities for you. I guess you saw them at first. Yeah. We're going to make these very simple and cool looking candle holders.
They turn out to be like a frosted.
This
is how they started out, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they start out with this clear glass like this, and then when you're finished, they look like this. I thought that they were super cute.
That's right.
And it's weird because the example I saw, it turned out clear. So I don't know if it was a different kind of glue, but I like the frosted.
It's more of a Christmassy like frost on the window.
Yeah. We're going to start with those, but then we also have these very fun little tea light snowman ornaments, or just decorating. But like you can turn the little nose on. Oh, I should wait until she's able to zoom in on that a little bit better.
See that?
Yeah. If I turn it sideways, you can see his nose is. Oh yeah, it's like glaring at you now.
Looks like Rudolph.
Yeah, but with the nose, the light off, it's very orange because it's colored. Anyway, very fun, very cute. We're going to make those. And then we have a bit of an experiment that we'll be sharing lastly with you. We hope you find it
cleaned up from that
as much fun. Yikes. Okay, so for starters, we're going to get going on our candle holders. And these are very heavyweight, nice candle holders. Got them at Dollar Tree.
They're not.
Yeah, they're glass.
It must be a drinking glass.
They're
that thick.
They're glass. They're heavy, and so they're very. They're going to be like something you really wouldn't mind putting out at your house.
12.5 ounce.
Yeah,
glass.
you could put like you didn't have to put a tea light. You could put a taller
those
candle.
taller little shorter, squatty ones.
Yeah. Anyway, I started out with a blob of white glue. I don't know if you can see. I mean, it's kind of spread out, but when it first came out, it was probably the size of a quarter, something like that. And then water. I'm just going to pour a little water on there and start making it. I'm just kind of stirring
it down a bit.
Yeah, and for some reason, there was a little color. I guess my paintbrush had a little something on it. Oops, that happens sometimes. So yeah, I'm just kind of stirring this all. Going to incorporate. Yeah, there's more.
There's more color. Oh, you got a lot.
I did. I guess this one might have a little green hue to it. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so yeah, you just keep stirring until you incorporate the water. You're just kind of making a bit of a Mod Podge kind of mixture here. And my paintbrush evidently had a little something green on it.
Yeah.
So that, you know what?
I can't see it on camera.
It's festive.
That's right.
It
goes with the theme.
With the theme of the red and green. So you mix up your glue and water and just make a nice consistency there. And I'm just going to put this. It doesn't take very much at all for your glass. But the circles that are on here are just pieces of tissue paper,
which I'm sure you guys have laying around right now anyway.
Right, yeah.
Because of the holidays, everyone's getting things wrapped, or you have extras. We always have extras, that you get with presents. And people are always like, oh, save the tissue paper.
Yeah.
I'm one of those, if it's not all crinkled up and nasty, I might save it.
Right.
But I'm more like just throw it away. But the crinkled might give it an extra
texture.
You could save it to do these kinds of projects.
I was just thinking too, how some of them are Christmas prints. There's some that they're like blue and have snowflakes, or they might
like Merry Christmas,
or they might be silver or gold tissue paper. That's another thing. So I think that your options are kind of
and it's not just for Christmas.
Right, that's true. And I went with circles. Again, the example I saw was just circles. So I have large red circles and green and smaller red circles. So we are we're gonna just take off.
All right.
So yeah, just wet your paintbrush real good and then just start painting the glass. And I thought that it might be nice if my brush strokes were all one direction. But I tell you, these practice ones, I made them with my mom the other night, and her brush strokes were just going every direction. And when it dries, there's no
streaks.
yeah, there's nothing that I could see that made a difference. So, you know, if you're not anal or anything like I might be sometimes, then anyway, so I just striped myself up a little area.
Okay. Did you go down to the base? Or did you
I
leave
went
that?
just like to the edge of it, but you know, you could paint the base or just leave it.
Okay.
I mean, just whichever you want. And then just kind of like, you just kind of have to, your finger gets a little damp and you just kind of get a tissue
Make sure you just have
paper.
one though, right? Just
Right.
a single layer.
Yeah, just one. And then you just kind of put them on here however you want it to look. And okay, so for instance, I went a little past where my glue stripe was, but by the time, I'm going to add a red one here too. By the time I finish adding all of the glue over the top, there's no pattern. I mean, you could put a pattern. And so then you just take your paintbrush and lightly go over the top of the tissue paper that you just added. Go lightly because your tissue paper will move if the paintbrush, the weight that you apply, if it's a little too much, it will. Okay, and there's a little wrinkle, just kind of work it out. It's pretty simple process. And you
What
just
you're doing now is just sealing it on there, correct?
yeah, it's just like I said, it's like doing Mod Podge where you just go over the top, and then that glue, when it dries, will just be a dry finish. I mean, everything is just stuck and it's not going anywhere after you're all finished. So, and I'm not noticing a green hue
No, I'm not
with
either.
my glue here. So that's a plus. So anyway, I'm just thinking that these would make just adorable little additions to a tablescape or, you know, a mantle. I mean, you could do any size.
You could do the votive size.
Or you could do a much larger.
Oh, yeah. Or you could do like a set.
Yeah. You know what? What a cute little gift idea. If you draw names or exchange a handmade gift with someone, this is definitely along those lines. And it's a pretty inexpensive. If you had a like a dollar amount you had to stay under. What's
Take
that?
a jelly jar or a mason jar, something that you already have laying around at home.
True.
You wouldn't have to go buy anything.
Yep, that is true. And the we've done things like this before, but we just used like a torn piece and like covered the whole thing. The thing I like about these is the negative space. Throwing a little art terminology out there for y'all.
We'll
Just,
get
you
you
know,
guys
just
educated
cause.
before
Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah. You know, we use terms like that around here sometimes. So
Just occasionally.
yeah, just adding to the, I don't know, the depth of the show. The
If you can call it that. Do we have depth?
do we have depth? I don't know what we have.
I think we are in the
honestly.
shallow end with swimmers and floaters.
Floaties.
Floaties, not floaters. Floaters is not a very good thing to have in a pool, is it?
No, we're
See, education here runs deep. So the fact that we're able to come up with negative space, you guys should have your jaws on the floor.
right, exactly.
Or at least for me anyway.
Exactly, yeah. So, and you just continue just going all around, even like after you kind of finish and you think, okay, I have all the dots I want to put on. If you decide you want to add another one, it's really
I did that a minute
very easy
ago.
to do. Yeah. Your glue is probably not going to be completely dry, although it will probably be dry before we're completely through
Signed
with
off.
this episode today. Yeah. So, I just think this is very fun, but I'm kind of really liking the idea of, using some tissue paper that has a Christmas design to it. I think that sounds like a fun idea.
Yep.
So I guess what we're saying here is, your imagination is the only thing that's going to limit you. As Mary stabs
Having some technical difficulties here.
Yeah, but I mean, you just brush right over the top of that tissue paper and be sure you can tell if you've covered it or not, with your
Kind of hold it to the
glue
side.
mixture. Yeah, the light will hit it and it'll have a little sheen to it. And then you know that you've got that done. And I'm making my way right on around here. So, do you guys ever do like, something just fell off my paintbrush.
Your
into the
paintbrush
floor.
has not had a good day today.
Do you guys ever make like Christmas crafts and stuff?
At our house?
Yeah.
With my daughter's, well, I guess, I don't know. We might this year because usually she does that at school, but this year she's a little bit older.
Oh, yeah, middle
And
school.
so they don't really have arts and crafts
Yeah,
time or
yeah.
where they home make, mom and dad's Christmas presents or birthday or mother and father's,
Or do like their cute little handprint.
right, turkeys
Yeah,
and stuff.
I guess when you're in middle school, your handprint is the same size as your mom and dad, so
It's not that impressive anymore.
Yeah.
It's
it's not as keepsake.
not as, you're just like, okay, thanks.
Appreciate
Mhm.
the
Couldn't come up
thought.
with anything better this
Yeah.
year.
Oh, your hand is bigger than the pot holder.
Mhm. Oh, your hand. I got one of these last year. It
Yeah,
hasn't
or
changed much.
You quit doing the feet. I
Mhm.
mean, like,
Yeah, Madison's are bigger than mine.
yeah,
Now.
yeah, the feet lose their cuteness pretty fast, but yeah, we haven't done crafts. Of course, my kids are all grown and they're not around, but there's something just so relaxing and just fun,
doing it.
where you just chat and everybody kind of
Yeah.
comes
I've
up
always
with
wanted to do like the Christmas baking cookies and decorating. And,
Yeah,
the typical Hallmark Christmas movie.
Right,
where,
yeah.
Oh, it's December 20th. Oh, I know you guys are at home baking cookies. It's been going on for so long. They know what you're doing on every day.
yeah. Yeah, the whole Christmas baking thing, I typically am like, oh, it's December 26th and we didn't bake those sugar cookies that I bought.
Right.
Well, I guess we'll just eat them plain.
My mom was always real bad about doing that with Christmas gifts
Oh,
and birthday,
like
Christmas,
finding them
yeah.
after.
exactly. Like we'd be getting Christmas gifts well into July and August. We're like, you should have just saved them for this year. We didn't know any different.
It's the gift that keeps giving all year round, Clark.
That's right. Okay, I think I am complete. And well, maybe not. I think this one may not have been sealed very good. Sorry, Bailey.
Oh no, it's stuck to my finger.
You need some assistance?
So my glue, yeah, there we go. Okay, so, that,
It can
what
happen.
what a great little thing for you guys to get to see.
We do have issues.
The little bauble there of something glued too much to my hand, which is another part of the beauty of, okay, now I have a bristle on my
Brushes.
my paintbrush it's going in the trash when I'm through with this. This is that one's
Mess.
not, yeah, it's shedding everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, that came off pretty easily though. Okay, I've got a little circle here with a little, that just adds character.
That's
That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, yeah, same. So set these up here. Set them up there for you guys. Yeah, you just kind of put your fingers in there and I'll scoot this over here by Mary's. And there you have it, guys. A little
Ta-da!
glue, a little water, and some tissue paper. And, I'm just going to say, choose a paintbrush that's not drying by a sink. Maybe get a fresh one. That's my advice.
Or one
for
that maybe
you.
hadn't been used
Or one,
600 times.
Yeah, precisely.
There you go. It
So-
almost got through it.
Right. So we'll let those dry. Oh, but let me show you, because we have the little tea lights.
Mhm.
I'll just put it down inside there so you can get an idea.
That's one that was already done.
Yeah, one that was already done. Would you look at how cute with the light flickering
It
in
was
there?
cute.
Yeah.
You can tie a ribbon around
cuteness.
it. You can put a ribbon around the bottom.
Yeah, I think.
There's so many things you could do with it.
Yep.
You could put some garland around it, bells.
Yeah, tinsel.
Mhm.
Yeah. Your options are unending,
That's right.
people.
That's right.
They will never run out. Okay. So, craft number 2, we are gonna make a cute little
They're so cute.
snowman ornaments out of the little tea lights. And I know they look super complicated. Extreme level of difficulty here.
They're so cute.
So we're gonna walk you through this. Okay, so first thing, you take your little tea light, and one thing that it's kind of important to do, it doesn't really matter where you put the things, but you want the nose to turn up.
There is like a definite up and down to this.
Yeah, the little, it's a
flame.
it's a little flame looking thing, and it turns up, and you want that to be the top of the nose. You want the nose to go up on the end. So now these,
Otherwise, it would look somewhat witch-like.
yeah. Wrong holiday.
Right?
But I mean, honestly, you can turn the nose around on these things, or
Oh,
turn the flame
yeah,
around. So
right.
you're not really stuck,
Set
if you
start it one
mess
way.
up. But the first thing, you'll take your little Sharpies, not the super fine point, but the ones that'll leave a nice little dot. And you just find a spot for your eyes. And so just kind of put the eyes on there. Just a little.
Just 2 little dots
Just 2 little dots, yeah.
on the top outer ring.
I put mine just kind of where it
Where the
kind of
ring
starts
meets.
going up
Okay.
there a little bit, yeah. And just make them, nice where they can see them. And then add your little coal mouth.
Dotted mouth.
Yeah, the little dots for the mouth. And I kind of did those just below where that little ridge deal is. Just kind of use that as a guide. You guys probably can't see, but there's the tea light has a little bit of it kind of slants up a little bit.
There's like an upper ridge kind of thing.
Something behind it that's a color. Does that help it? Okay. It doesn't? Okay. So it goes up slightly as it reaches the base of the flame. And that's a nice little guide to use for where like the curve of the little
Like the
mouth.
face and
Yeah.
stuff.
So just start putting some, little, like I said, coal mouth for your snowman. There you go. Little mouthy
Little
mouth.
mouth.
Yeah. So happy.
Mm-hmm.
Happy little snowman.
Happy.
Yeah. Okay, so the next thing I think that's the easiest thing to do is you take a pipe cleaner, and I couldn't find just one red pipe cleaner, so I have a green one and a white one. And you just kind of measure, you just kind of lay it on the little head and decide how low you want to put the little earmuff things. And so you just trim it off. I mean, I don't think that you can really mess it up very much. You just kind of trim it off to where it's, and then you just adjust it. But we're going to hot glue this onto the tea light. Yeah. So there's green, or here's white. the
You
white
could twist them
doesn't,
together too.
yeah, you could. So I'm kind of thinking about putting white
Are you?
on my guy for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna take a pair of scissors. These little pipe cleaners are pretty easy to cut. I mean, how easy was that? And so you just kind of lay it on there, and I kind of, it's probably 3/4 of an inch thick, 1/2 an inch at least. And so I just kind of pushed mine forward. And the reason I did that is because there's a ribbon hanger that you put on. And I tried putting it on the back
Mm-hmm.
and it made it hang like this. And so I didn't like that at all. So I pulled it off because hot glue, you can do that. And so I glued it on the top. So that was one reason that I kind of moved the thing forward. I'm hoping that there'll be the puffs will
So
add
it
a little
goes
color.
forward, you say?
Yeah, I kind of lay it towards the front,
So the
side,
thing-
towards the
okay.
face. Yeah.
Did you go all the way around or did you just tack it?
I kind of just tacked it, honestly. Well, yeah, I think I put a bead down and then I had to go back and add a little more. Believe it or not, and I just glued my thumb. So I'm not going to say anything bad, but I might in my head have thought a couple of bad words just then.
It happens whenever you have
yeah.
extenuating circumstances where there's extremely hot glue
I
touching
am
your
the
skin.
worst at, man, that got it right down. It didn't take any extra glue at all. So before I put on the little side things though, I think I want to go ahead and do the ribbon because it just, I don't want to break it. And the ribbon, I mean, you can see I'm really being super accurate on this. I just kind of, yeah, double over. I don't know, what is that, like 3.5, 4 inches, and just twice over because I'm going to take it to the ends together and tie a knot. Just, you know what, we need some Christmas music playing. Just thought of that. You know, when we do Christmas snacks in a couple of weeks, we're going to be having some
Holiday
tunes.
tune.
Yeah, some happy holidays playing in the
We
background.
could ask Bailey to sing for us.
We could. I feel like she's shaking her head now. I'm not looking, but maybe I felt the room shake with
Did you
it.
feel that no come across to you?
Absolutely did. Absolutely felt that. Okay, so there, just tie the ends together, you know, just make a loop and just put one little knot there at the end. So it stays nicely together. And then you do want to center this because now that everything is drawn on here and glued on here, it's
on
a
a side.
yeah, it is a little bit more important to do that. But you can just kind of look at it like this and put the big old dot of glue right there between the eyes. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and push the knot down into that glue. That is not a person with COVID. Do not stress about that. Do not be alarmed. We do not have an infection here. Okay, so there is that. That is not staying like I wanted it to. So I'm going to add more glue to the top of it.
How did you get it to stay down?
I pushed it down into the glue with the tip of my scissors. Not my finger.
Right, that's what I was like trying to find something.
Not my finger, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to glue some little, which color little muffs are you gonna put on yours? Red. Red with the green? Should I go green with the white? Okay, here we go. So here you just put a big old fat blob kind of on the tip of that what is that called? A pipe cleaner that you
Mhm.
cut and stuck on there. And then one on the other side here.
Oh, I still have glue in there.
And one right there. Ah, they're just so cute. And there you go. A little snowman.
What about the nose?
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Yes, Bailey just reminded me I need to color the nose, but I'm going to turn the light on just for fun. Before I color it.
Oh.
She gets super.
Hang on, y'all. Go get the Dramamine. There it is, little cutie. Okay, so now I'm going to color the nose. And then that way, I mean, you don't have to have it on all the time. The instructions recommended using a Sharpie. You know, you can color plastic with almost any kind of marker,
Mm-hmm.
but it rubs off
Mm-hmm.
if you use
Yes,
anything
yes.
other than a permanent marker.
Right.
So, so then you just start coloring away. Now you have to be careful down toward the base, because if you put, just like I just did right there, got a little orange on my snowman's face. So you don't have to go all the way down to the
The very
edge
or
uh-huh,
base of the
base of
nose.
the nose, yeah. They are so cute. This would be very easy to do with your kids. Both of these that we've done so far, I really think, of course, you need some grown-up help with when you use a glue gun,
Right.
always. Wow, I am really leaving dots all over this guy. Sorry, little snowman.
Freckles.
Yeah, oh,
There you go.
freckles, what a great, yes, I love it.
I feel like I'm getting cross-eyed sitting here.
Yeah, I had to pull it away from my face a little bit. Just like, what is happening to my vision?
Little bitty snowman light.
Mhm. Just the cutest, very cutest little thing here.
And honestly, after you put this Sharpie on here, I mean, it looks like the flame part of this tea light was actually orange.
It
I mean,
does.
I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah, it
Doesn't look like
takes
it.
the, whatever the plastic is, really takes the color.
Yeah, and you
well.
can't really see this, or at least on this one anyway.
Mhm.
Maybe you can't really see the streaks and stuff. Because sometimes,
Mhm.
you know, when you color things with markers like this, you can see the streaks. And
Yeah.
how you colored it one
Yeah.
way or the other.
Yeah, they really,
Oh, I just got a freckle.
look at my,
He's melting. His snow, his carrot nose is melting.
you know, this is just,
That little post-nasal drip.
this is live, y'all. This is live creativity happening here. So, you know, sometimes you end up with little dots where you don't intend them. And, but overall, I think it's very cute.
There we go.
It does look like he's got a little chapped area around his nose, like he's blowing his nose too much. There they are.
There
Look
they
at how
are.
cute. These are just so cute. And now you can add like a ribbon under here, but I
like a
couldn't-
scarf.
Yeah, to make it look kind of like a scarf, but the only instructions I found recommended like crisscrossing a length of ribbon and gluing it in the center at the back right there, and then gluing it the crisscross and not really putting anything there, and that it's supposed to pop up and sit properly there at the base of the neck. But I don't know. I didn't give it a try. It looked like it probably needed to be like a stiff Grosgain ribbon
In order to do that.
in order to make it, yeah, for it to hold its shape properly.
Maybe a small wire ribbon.
So, yeah, a small wired ribbon might work too. You might be able to manipulate it a little bit better. So anyway, there you go.
Number 2.
Number 2, all done right
Whoop.
there. Okay, so now comes the experiment. And we just need you guys to know that, well, I'll just tell you. So we're gonna try to make fake snow, okay?
Emphasis on try.
Yeah, yeah.
Attempt.
And there are so many recipes for this online. I mean, Mary was like, this is like making slime
Mhm.
because there are so many different things you can do.
And so many of the ingredients, if you will, are the same, like
Yes.
you would for slime.
Yes, exactly. So we have we have 3 different recipes, right? Let's move these glue guns here. We're gonna make sure that we don't accidentally
Turn them.
burn this place to the ground.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move these things to the side here so you guys can see the greatness of our experiment here. Okay, so first of all, and I just cannot believe how heavy this stuff is. All right, so this is snow that is made with cornstarch, like equal parts cornstarch and baking soda, and then water. You just add water to it. And the longer it sits, I mean, okay, so I've got a little snowball I made here, right? It's stuck together. But if I apply a little pressure, well, it just crumbles like snow. And then you can kind of sprinkle it around. I mean, it looks cute. It kind of makes little balls. The water, I think it's the water that I don't really care for as much. But I mean, if you really want to work it out, you just keep breaking up these little clumps, yeah, and break those loose. But it just really wants to clump together, and I really do think it's the water that makes it that consistency. But the more I'm breasting it up, I mean, it does look more snow-like. But I was able to create a 2-layered snowman here,
And hers stayed
and
together.
it stayed together. And so
Remove it. Because we got an earthquake.
I got a little happening in the back, and I got a lot of
Well, it snowed
snow
on him.
on his, yeah, so I got a little hat for him. I borrowed it from the baby raccoon. But we were talking about trying to like take one of these. Did you color one? Okay, so she took a little toothpick and try to snap that off. So let's see what happens.
Cross your fingers.
When you try to insert it. Is it going to cause it to break?
I think that one has a little bit more durability to it.
It does, yeah. So,
mixture.
okay, so look, you can see his little nose in there. I mean, I would say that it's probably, okay, listen, it's gonna be fun for the kids to play with.
For sure.
And I just kept adding water until I could get it to stick together and make a
See how
ball.
it does. I mean, it just.
And then it was weird because it was like a reaction was happening, and it got shiny and just made pretty hard clumps, big clumps. And so I just had to keep breaking it up. But I want you to watch. I mean, I can just take it and squeeze it and make a ball out of it. Just another.
I mean, you could make like a little scene with little snowballs.
Right. Yeah.
Next to the snowman.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think you could go very much any more higher than what we have here.
No, I don't think so either. I mean,
I don't know if you could make an igloo or not.
Yeah, I bet you couldn't get the
Probably not stack them on top of it.
Yeah.
The weight after so long with
right,
glass.
but I mean, like, scoot this here to the side,
Do a little trail.
add a little tree to your scene. I mean, it's just a fun little thing. The kids could come back and
You could
play
even
with it
take-
later.
You know what you could do too?
What's that?
Oh my gosh, I just thought of this.
What?
Take hot glue, get a form, like maybe a pipe cleaner into, and form it together to make it look like an ice. I fill it up and you can put it at an ice skating rink.
Oh my gosh, how cute is that with snow all
Yeah.
around it?
Yeah.
That is such a cute idea.
Well, I thought of that earlier when I was looking at my poor little snowman because I put too much glue
The
on his
glue
little
on
things.
it?
I was like, that looks kind of like ice. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, just make your little,
Just a little form with that. And then once
Uh-huh.
it's all dry, you would have a piece
Yeah.
of,
and lay it down there and have a little ice skate. That's a super cute idea.
yeah.
Very cute. So anyway, this is equal parts baking soda, cornstarch, and then water. I just added probably a tablespoon at a time.
Yeah, yeah, and it may have something to do, it may not be the same every time. I mean, the
Yeah.
humidity may have something to do with it, the temperature.
Right,
What's
right.
in the water, where you get your water, I mean,
Yeah, all those things probably do play a role in it. So anyway, here is the, yeah, that
We have a snowman
Recipe.
thing going on today.
we do. Yeah, we do. Little cutie, little snowman. I love it that that pick thing worked. So
Mhm.
that's good to know
Right,
that you could stab it with
that one anyway, yeah.
yeah, that particular mixture.
We'll try mine here in a second. 'cause
Okay,
I
yeah,
have
let's
one too.
do yours.
I have one to
Let's
play
do
with.
yours next.
Okay, mine kind of turned out more like, looking like a Danish wedding cookie when you put it together.
This is true. It's very powdery looking.
It is very powdery. This is actually
And
equal
it's-
parts of cornstarch and conditioner, but make sure it's white conditioner.
Hair conditioner.
Hair conditioner. yes.
Okay, okay.
So this, and she was talking about the chemical reaction with hers earlier, looking kind of shiny. This actually, at a few parts, started feeling warm once I started mixing it together.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I mean, it stayed pretty white. I think mine
Mhm.
might be a little bit more white than yours,
Yeah,
maybe just a shade lighter.
yeah. So can you put like, can you pick your snowballs up and move them?
We're gonna see.
Okay, let's see what
Because
happens.
this was a snowman, but then when we moved
Oh,
it in here,
He
it toppled.
toppled.
Yeah. See, I had it somehow like this. Okay.
It's a little delicate.
Yeah, and he has
This
kind of a
is-
strange looking,
Oh, but you can pick it up and
Yeah.
move it. Okay, all right.
and
So
that might have
that's-
actually been my head. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe
that
that was
one
his
looks a
head.
little bit,
More head-like. Whoops,
Uh-huh.
we're losing form here.
yeah,
But yeah,
it does.
he just got a big old knock out of the bed.
It's so soft, cornstarch is so soft, and then you add conditioner.
Yeah, and
It
it's just
softens.
your skin afterwards.
Yeah.
Man, it's just like,
We feel like we've been to a
spa.
spa.
I know, spa. And plus it smells good. Like I think
Yeah.
Edie, when she went and got all these ingredients, she got coconut conditioner.
I bought coconut scented conditioner.
So
Like I tell
again,
Mary, there's no such thing as unscented hair conditioner out there, just
you
FYI.
have to make sure it's white conditioner.
Yeah, now this is a lavender lotion with baking soda.
Yep.
And I think
This one is even more white than mine.
Yeah,
is the
this one-
truest white.
this is the truest white.
Are you getting it on you?
Bailey, I'm gonna have an assistant here fix my sleeves for me, so I'm not completely.
Exposed.
Yeah, okay, now we're talking. Okay, thank you, ma'am. So this this is soft too, very soft.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Very, very soft.
but it will
Compacts.
make a nice, it will make a ball, but it's,
It's more kinetic. It
yeah,
falls
much
apart
more.
Much more easily.
uh-huh.
It kind of
but-
has a or feels kind of like baby powder.
It does.
Kind of a
Yeah,
little bit.
it's a little bit thicker, but let's do a little mixing so people can kind of see what we're talking about,
How we did it.
how we did it. Yeah,
Okay.
here's a thing for some cornstarch.
Okay.
Here's your cornstarch. Y'all listen, if you're gonna do a craft with baking soda, let me recommend this size
Go
box. I got this at Dollar General for like $2. One like
Comparable brand.
a fourth of this size box is like two something.
The name
So,
brand.
Yeah. So.
we
what
doing
were
another
you gonna-
full-
What were you gonna say?
It's okay.
Where's my, oh, there it is.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So, yeah, I'm gonna scoot this to the side.
We're gonna do another full
Yeah.
thing.
So, I just have these plastic, they're kind of like punch cups, and I just kind of filled it mostly full. I don't, I mean, this is just a funsy thing. So about that much. Whack.
It looks like
Measurements here. Okay, so there's some clumps in it. I mean, I would go through and break the clumps up a little bit first. Because when you add the liquid,
It's really
Yeah.
hard to
yeah, much more
Start
difficult
from
to get the clumps out. Okay. So, got some lotion here. There's Mary's conditioner. And honestly, the recipes said like the cornstarch and the baking soda are interchangeable.
Interchangeable.
Like you could use baking soda and conditioner or cornstarch and lotion.
Mhm.
But I'm beginning to think that the baking soda is what makes it stay so white.
Yeah, because this hasn't had anything added to it yet.
Right. That.
We have a moment of
Oops.
silence, please.
Uh,
Snowman.
So because, I mean, your conditioner is white, this lotion is white. I don't think it's,
Yeah,
anyway, and so just like squeeze out a little blob of, oh, yeah, lotion there.
excuse me. And it's kind of just a touch and feel and
Yeah,
mix
yeah.
until you think you got it.
yeah, and you just kind of get your hands in there, you know.
Kids
you're-
are gonna love doing
Yeah, for
this.
sure. Now, I know there are some kiddos out there who do not like to get weird stuff on their hands. Now, see, this is cold. Like
Yours is getting cold.
mine is getting cold. Yeah, I didn't notice this
See,
earlier.
mine's warm.
That is weird. Feel how cold this is.
That's weird.
Yeah,
And these have been in room temperature. I'm just getting this everywhere.
yeah. So I read that, I mean, for the kids to play with it, I mean, you can put it in your freezer and let it get cold. And then, you know, for them, it's a
Mhm.
little more of a, oh my goodness, it feels like real snow.
Right.
And you know, guys, honestly, no more snow than we get around here.
I'm gonna
let the
add a little bit
kids-
more.
Let the kids have a little fun.
And I would probably do this, you know, with something underneath, because you see, I mean, we
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
grown adults, but we're powdering
We're
this stuff
making it nice. Now,
everywhere.
look at this, the ball that this batch formed.
That looks like a perfect snowball. I mean,
Yeah,
it looks
but
like
then they just
any kind of
crumble.
pressure.
Yeah. So it's not, it's, oh, here come the baby wipes.
Yep.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Bailey.
Bailey.
But I mean, that is literally all there is to it.
Yep.
You just add whatever the liquid is to the baking soda or the cornstarch and have yourself some fun. I mean, honestly, the kids would probably have a great time, especially if you had like little figurines that you wanted to put and make like a little winterscape, you know, and put some little reindeer or like a sleigh.
Right, and kind of build up a little mountain or
Mhm.
hill.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And you know, you probably could put something under, like, I wonder if I do
would
something like
stay like
this. Yeah, if you could like build
It
around
sticks to
it.
You could try to pack it in a cookie cutter.
Oh,
You know,
you,
like
To form it.
yeah. to
Good
form a
idea,
shape,
Bailey.
a
If you couldn't
cookie
hear
cutter.
that, she said a cookie cutter.
That might be a deal. So this is, I mean, this is kind of holding here to make a little, I'm not putting it all the way around, so.
You
because
know
I don't
what?
have
If
it
that stayed like that, you could maybe go through and make little cuts in it, like a igloo. Then that could be your
Oh,
igloo.
it could be an igloo, yeah.
You know,
But yeah, I just
I'd
put
be
that
very, very
plastic
careful.
cup there and I'm just kind of packing it on all the way around. And look at that. I got a little snow mountain over here.
that's cute.
Yeah,
How cute would that be if you built it up like a mountain and then had little skiers coming down
Little
the
skiers.
side?
exactly. Like,
Or little snow ski marks.
oh yeah, that's
Little
cute.
trees. on it.
Yes.
We are just so proud.
You
to
could
be
get
around
like
people.
an old Christmas tree branch and just cut little snips on it
Mhm,
off, you know, and just put
mhm.
that on, like on White Christmas. When they
Mhm.
do the little napkin thing, and they just put
Mhm.
the little parts of the juniper or whatever it is on there. Yeah, there you go. Look at how cute that is. I just made Snow Mountain. Check it out.
Reminds me of Space Mountain.
I mean, that was very easy to mix up.
Yeah.
I'm
that
gonna
is
say
the
that-
time.
That this one,
That's the go-to, yeah.
I really think so. Of the three that we tried, I really like the baking soda and the lotion. That's kind of been my favorite one. It really makes a nice consistency. Pretty fast. Mary's got a nice little hill going over there. could definitely, and I'm not kidding, this stuff is so soft, your kids could throw it
Yeah.
at each other.
Oh, I mean, the minute you touch it, it just.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to throw it again
No, it's gonna just
unless,
be a poof ball.
unless you laid out a bunch of plastic and they were just able to just throw on the plastic to each other and then
Yeah,
you
but even
gather
then,
it
it's
up.
gonna stick to their hair, their skin, their clothes.
Well, it does
Yeah.
stick to your skin. This is a true story.
But you know what? Your skin's gonna feel really, really soft, at
Yeah.
least with the lotion and conditioner
Yeah,
ones.
so you can do your baking soda and lotion spa treatment while you're doing this. So anyway, I brought this little tree because I thought you can make another little scene,
Mhm.
build up a little snow around the base of the tree and look at that. How cute. Kind of looking at my screen over there to see what I've got.
How
Looky there.
cute.
Looky
And
there.
again, we got snowman on there.
Yeah, let me turn it around so you can see the little ornaments there.
This would be good too.
What,
I just thought of something.
what?
I'll tell you that
Okay,
later.
our idea is gonna remain a secret.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who's watching,
Yeah, oh,
you know,
yes, okay, yes,
so
yes,
I don't want
Very
the
good.
secrets to get out.
yeah, for sure. But anyway, guys, baking soda and lotion is getting my vote,
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm just loving playing with this
I am
stuff,
too, I
like-
guess you can tell that we are enjoying this way too much.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for joining us. This
Yeah.
was, this
I
was
forgot we were even on camera. We're just
Exactly,
sitting
yeah.
here talking
This
and
was-
playing.
This is very fun. If you have any questions or anything, you guys know you can ask on our Facebook comments. We
Mhm.
will respond. Be sure you tune in tomorrow. Melissa Smith Designs. She makes some unbelievably cool
Really, really cool
jewelry.
jewelry.
And so she's going to be on, and I think she might be doing a demo. She's going
Oh,
to be showing
really?
us a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's going to be a really great episode. So we'll be sure and tune in at 3:00 and join us. And so until next time,
You know what to do.
that's right. Happy
Happy trails.
trails.